Hello, my name is Gary Woods II, and for my final project, the technology I am focusing on is cellular phones, and more specifically, text messaging. In 1973, Martin Cooper worked with his team at Motorola to build and demonstrate the first cell phone. The first cell phone was the size of a brick and weighed about 4.5 pounds. Cell phones were not sold commercially for another decade after Cooper built it. The rival company, AT&T, had already created a concept of cellular technology by focusing on the technology of the car phone. Cooper's inspiration for the creation of the cell phone was to enable people to have the ability to talk on their phone away from their car. This is why Cooper and Motorola worked to create a more portable device. The first cell phone cost $3,900 plus 50 cents a minute to talk. Today, the cell phone runs the lives of pretty much all people, especially for businesses and teenagers. Now on to the technology of text messaging. In 1984, Friedel Hillenbrand began typing random sentences and questions into a typewriter, then counting every letter, number, and space. He determined that almost every time the message amount was fewer than 160 characters. This became the early idea of text messages. The concept of short messages that were the perfect length and quick to produce was created. On December 3rd, 1992, Neil Pappleworth sent the first SMS or short message service from a PC. Since phones did not have keyboards yet, to a friend saying Merry Christmas. In 1993, Nokia developed a mobile phone that was able to send text messages. However, text messages could only be sent between two people on the same network. In 1995, the TGIC, or T9 system, which was able to predict words based on what letters you are typing, was put into use. It can be an essential tool for businesses and other career fields nowadays. For businesses, text messaging can be used as a way to quickly and easily communicate with a large number of people at one time. Text messaging can be used to stay in the customer's thoughts by sending an occasional text message offering a special deal. This has been seen to improve mobile website purchases. Next, text messaging can be used to reach out to customers when they are most likely not going to be at their computers, such as during commuting hours, social hours, weekends, and holidays. This can be very effective for restaurants to send out text messages offering specials right before meal times to attract customers. Text messaging has affected and shaped the way people behave by changing the way people communicate. It has made communication easier, however, it is becoming the preferred method of communication among the younger generation. Adults have also begun to text more frequently. People that text more frequently are seen as not as comfortable with in-person communication. People have gotten to the point where they would rather communicate using text messages instead of a face-to-face conversation or a phone conversation. People have become so dependent on using text messaging as a way of communicate. This has a negative impact on our society because it is making it so that people are not developing effective communication skills. Text messaging has increased the frequency of small talk. However, when people communicate predominantly using text messaging, it is seen that people do not have as meaningful conversations. People's behavior has changed a lot from using text messaging because people get very impatient when text messages cannot be responded to as quickly as they expect. People get used to instant gratification, and when that does not occur, people get impatient and irritated. Text messaging has caused major issues with people's relationships with one another. People have used text messaging to end relationships rather than communicating face to face. Text messaging also does not express the emotion or feeling of those involved. This can lead to a misinterpretation of what one another are saying. This can cause people to behave or react in the wrong way. Ultimately, text messaging can be an effective tool for society, but it needs to be used in moderation.